Hello from me, Lazarus. We continue with the next lesson of the course by Lazarus IDE. We are currently on Chapter 9. Components of the palette, ribbon, additional. We open the PDF file. We'll take a look 3 such components which are varieties of TLabel and TEdit. These are T-static text, T-labeled edit, and the T-mask edit. We start with T-static text. The name of this component speaks for its purpose. Static text, that is, it possesses the properties on the usual label plus an additional property yes has a frame around it. So, we open a new empty project. We have the form 2 such text boxes, 1 multi-line T-memo field and 1 button. This will all look like this. We are making some adjustments. Let me just say, we are looking now from the PDF file. I will show an example for the third part. Taka, we make some adjustments. We remove the text from memo 1I text fields will also them changeable, and here's that extra. Border style property in which we will choose. For static text 1, the second option. And for static text 2, we will choose the third option. After that, we will write a procedure when pressing the button, the type text in static text 1 to be added in static text 2 and in memo 1. This is what this procedure will look like, and this is what it will look like our program after several pressing the button. Execute. Here you see the component. Static text 2, so it looks like a text box to me. Let's look at both elements, which look alike of TEdit. The first one is T-labeled edit. Its name to talk about his purpose. He is a combination between a label and a text box. Its properties are like those of TEdit plus 1 property, enclosing TLabel properties. This is the edit label property, and there is an additional property which corresponds to the position of the inscription relative to field position. This is the label position property, can be in these 4 variants: top, bottom, left and right. I am more than understanding from above. I'll leave it at that, and we'll put one up such component in place of static text 1, from the previous program, as we will change the procedure by pressing the button to be as follows. Then we compile and run the program and we see that everything it works correctly. This is how it looks running program. The last component that we'll consider is more important and more commonly used. It is used to control over user input, mostly when it is necessary for the data to be in specific exact format, e.g. only whole numbers or an exact number of letters and numbers. To start with a letter and so on. This is done with the edit mask property, which serves to set the input mask. A mask in this case means a template that will set the allowed characters and their order. And the invalid characters will be ignored. The following notations are used. 0, only a number must be entered. 9, only a number must be entered or nothing. Hashtag, only a number must be entered, plus, dash, or nothing. C, only UTF-8 character should be entered, that is, it can be a Cyrillic letter. All options can be seen at this address. We will show an example, for the purpose we put on our shape a component. T-mask edit under the static text2 component. As static text2 we will use it for label, but first we change its frame property. Border style at SBS single. The A code in the button press procedure will be as follows. In the edit mask field, we fill in 4 zeros in the dialog box and press OK, which appears when in the edit mask field, press the dots. The 4 zeros mean that the user can set only 4 digits. We write this mask because we use it for zip code. And here's what we see after starting the program. Now I will already show it with example in Lazarus IDE. Here it is in the case. Compile and run the program, waiting for it to launch and fill in here some city. For example, I write in Bulgarian R capital, Sofia, zip code, I'm typing 1000, just a second. I have to start over. We press execute and we see that appears here. After that, I write for example. Plovdiv, here is the code, let's say how much. I remember it's 4000, press execute and see that appears after Sofia. Then I write. Varna, the code here will be 9000, we press execute, then I write. Ruse, the code here is 7000. We press the execute button and see that he also appears at the bottom. That's basically everything, which we will consider in this program. Just to add that from the events of the form we can from the active control event to choose after opening of the program where the cursor should be, active control, in this case we will choose it to be labeled edit 1 to make it active. That's all for this tutorial. Best regards.